comment section that turns into a poll and majority rules. And everybody seems very happy over there, which I'm very grateful for. So, would absolutely love to have you on Patreon. And yeah, I think that's all the announcements. Let's jump into the video. I am so sleepy today. I'm very tired. It is the holiday weekend right now. I don't know when this video will go up, but as of right now, there's something in my eye as of right now. But it's also the holiday weekend, and I usually will film as much as I can all weekend long, and if Chris, my significant other, has an extra day off like he did for the holiday weekend, I'll film every night I can possibly can during the weekend and take advantage of that extra day. But this weekend I didn't, and I felt like such, I don't want to say a failure, but kind of. I was hard on myself. But when I tell you my body needed the rest, like it's still, even though I went to sleep early last night, early for me on a weekend is like midnight. Even though I did that, when I woke up today, I was still so tired, and I'm tired now. So I'm not going to like stay up to 4 or 5 in the morning. I'm going to pace myself in a healthy way and not force myself and put too much pressure on myself to get as much work done as I possibly can. I'm trying to be more gentle with myself, and it's hard when you have like such a strong work ethic and you put these expectations on yourself, you know. I've kind of just gotten into this like groove where this is just what I do, and when I don't, I kind of, it just throws me off and makes me feel like it was wasted time. And I know that's not healthy, right? It's not healthy. But it was nice to have those days where I didn't force myself to work and film. We ended up having a like graduation / birthday bash for my son this weekend. His birthday, real birthday, is not really like another 2 months, but where I live it gets cold by like late October, like cold, like possibly snowing cold. And I wanted to be able to have like a summer bash, right? So we got, that was another huge reason why I didn't work yesterday, the day before filming, because I wanted to be very present at this party and enjoy my company and not be so tired and drained that I just wasn't myself, you know, or like crashing. I wanted to be totally present in the moment, you know. And I think I did pretty well. I was running around like a literal chicken with my head cut off, and there was so much to do. But we ended up getting, like I said previously, we ended up getting was like, oh my god, I loved it, but I was so busy that I didn't have time to enjoy it, and I felt like my son didn't have enough time to enjoy it because he was so busy, you know. So I think we're gonna rent it again, plus a couple of my girlfriends gonna go because one was in Jersey at the shore house with her fiance and her daughter, and then my other friend, her whole entire house was sick with the V word, the C word, you know what I'm talking about. Her brand new 12-week-old baby and her toddler, her and her love, all were sick, so they couldn't go. My other friend came, but she could only stay for like an hour because she had to leave and go to work. Chris's one sister had to work. She works like a job for the state, like it's a government job, so she couldn't just request off, especially because it was a holiday. I don't think they could have that option. Who else? My best friend was in Miami, or not Miami, Mexico. My other friend was working. She works 2 jobs, and her second job, which is like a serving job, this restaurant on the water, she, that restaurant, the last week that they're open was this weekend, so she couldn't request off, she couldn't take the day off, she had to work it. So a lot of my girlfriends couldn't come. Only 3 of my girlfriends were able to make it with their kids. So I think I'm going to rent the slide again and have like the kiddos come and let my son play because he was so excited that there were so many kids. Oh my god, it just warmed my heart. He was so about it. I didn't know how he would be because the last year, you know, he hasn't seen people really except for like the little bubble that we've kept him in, little bubble to keep him safe, you know. So he didn't have a party last year because of everything going on. This year we kept it strictly outside, which, you know, for everybody's protection, and it was like a water slide party, so we had tents and chairs and coolers, and I got pizza. One, got pizza. Then 2, I got mini roast beef, slider sandwiches, and there was drama with that, I'll get to it. And then 3, we got strawberry salad, which was, oh my god, so good, but I was so busy that I didn't really have time to sit and eat. I ate food after the fact, but so we ordered the pizza, and then we ordered catering. That's what the roast beef sandwich is, the sliders, and the salad were. Now, the catering place that we get it from is, of course, you know where I'm going with this one. My Italian father knows a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy, and it was one of the guys that he knows. He has a catering company, so we got the catering from our boy, you know. He does catering for so many different things, events and hospitals, and he's got such good food, and he's catered a lot of things for us in the past, so he gives us a good discount, and we get stuff from him often. So I checked in with him like 4 times over the phone to go over the menu, the things that we needed. So I wanted extra au jus sauce because I like my meat well done, but with the roast beef they have it like medium, so that a lot of people like it that way. I don't, but a lot of people do. So what they'll do is they'll give you extra au jus sauce so that you can dip it in there and it will kind of cook the meat to your preferred her at this point. So my mom handled it, and she hands the bill to my mom, and it was $100 over the price that we were told. So it was like $357. And my mom was like, oh, I don't think this is what the price was supposed to be. My daughter's not here. She went to go get the pizza, but pretty sure, she was told by Kay that it was going to be $255, and the rolls were supposed to be half and half, and there was supposed to be au jus sauce, and she said it very kind, right? And she gave her a very nice tip regardless. But she's like, yeah, I don't know about any of that. So my mom just paid her. So what we did is we sent my son's godfather to a local roast beef joint that's like really close to us, and we just got like a party size of au jus sauce. And in the meantime, while he's gone, I'm calling the K, right? Once I get back and my mom tells me what happened, I'm like, I'm gonna call him and see what's going on, because the food, it's fine, but the money, it's $100 difference. So I call him, and it rings once and just like goes beep beep beep, and it's like it wasn't connecting or something. It was very strange. So I'm like, okay, I'll just contact him later. It is what it is. Like, I know he's a friend of the family. He's not gonna try to get over on us. It's just an innocent mistake, right? So then I tried like another 20 minutes later, and it went through, and he must have knew already, because he was like saying it as I was saying it. He was like, I'm so sorry, I'm gonna send over the au jus right now, and she's already on her way. I'm like, you don't have to do that, we took care of it. He's like, no, I'm gonna do it, and I'll send the rolls and what was the price that I told you. And I told him, and he was like, sorry, I wasn't there. I sent, so and so, and it was a mix-up. I'm like, totally fine. So he ends up bringing back the au jus, and the difference in money. And so that drama was done. And yeah, so I was running around like crazy. It was very, very fun. There was a lot of people, like 45 people came all together. But it was nice because some people came like really early and then left early, and then some people came late. So it was like groups of people throughout the party. So it wasn't like everybody was there at the same time type thing, if that makes sense. So I kind of broke it up a bit so that it wasn't so hectic all at once. But it was very interesting. I feel like family functions can be stressful in general, right? Like, I have a I always say step, a half brother and a half sister, and I was never super close with them. It just was kind of, a weird situation, I guess. And there was personality is totally different than this person's personality. Then there's these people over there, like the gossipy ones that are always in the corner like this, talking amongst each other, talking about everybody. And they try and act like they're not talking about everybody, but you know damn well they're running their mouths, right? But I was trying to be patient, and I told Chris today, because I can get very aggravated very fast. Like, I have a side to me that can like go off the handle pretty quickly. I've tamed down a lot since I had my child, but it's still like in me in a sense. And I noise when I'm filming. You guys got such a kick out of me doing that in the video from a couple days ago. Something smells funky over here, and I don't know what it is. I know it's not me because I just got out of the shower. My hair is clean clothes on. I don't know. It's like my son did something in here with something, or if there's like food rotting somewhere. The other day I went to go put on, because I have like my bed and then I have a table at the end of the bed that is literally the same size as the bed. It's like almost looks like it was made to be at the end of that bed. And there's obviously the table, right? And then there's an opening so that you can like store stuff, which is perfect because I have so much stuff and nowhere to put it. That's why we need to buy a house. 8 months and counting. But so I store a bunch of clothes under there that I use but don't use on a regular basis, if that makes sense. And so I went to go take out a pair of pajama shorts the other day from under there. And I went to go grab it, right? I went to grab it. Like that, just like that. I went to go grab it from under there and pull it out. And I went to go put them on, and there was Pop-Tart. My son loves these s'mores Pop-Tarts. There was Pop-Tarts all over the shorts, all over my hand, all over my legs. Chocolate and marshmallow. See, I just got another whiff of that smell. I don't know what it is or where it's coming from. It's gonna drive me nuts. But like I was saying, he didn't eat all of the Pop-Tart, or a piece fell down there. And instead of him grabbing it and giving it to Mommy so Mommy could throw it out for him, it got left there. And then Mommy put her shorts on and it got smeared all over my leg and my shorts. So that was fun. I love that you guys love these rambles. I find that whisper rambles of people just talking about their lives and stuff are so interesting to me, and the more interested I'm into a video, it helps me sleep better, if that makes any sense. So like the more interesting the video, the better I'm going to sleep, or the chance of me falling asleep to that ASMR video is higher than like if I wasn't interested, if that makes any sense at all. What's going on with this earring? Oh, okay. I'm listening, guys. But I love to make them, and I love sharing things that I'm going through, and I love to watch whisper rambles. So I'm really glad that you guys like them. When I do polls over on my Patreon, and you know, I have what I do. If you're not a Patreon, what I do is I make a post, and the people comment on there, and the comments that get the most likes I put into a poll, and then the top 2 poll winners are the videos that I filmed for that month, and then I'll usually do a video or 2 of my own ideas. But people always want whisper rambles, live updates. That's definitely ASMR amazing creators making amazing videos out there. It's because we all enjoy something different, you know? We all prefer like something a little bit different, and that is okay. You're okay. You're safe and loved, and you are okay, my sweet, sweet friend. But yeah, I think that's all that I needed to ramble about. I'll keep you guys posted on how my visit goes with my papa, and the girls' night with the slide for the kitties. What else? Currently looking for a new counselor, so hopefully I'll find one soon. I just felt like I wasn't getting anything out of the one that I had, and can't wait to get a new one, and hopefully we'll be able to connect better, and I will feel like I am ready to talk through some things. But before I end this video, I just wanted to remind you guys that if you're having family issues, if you get stressed when the family has to gather, you get anxious, which I could probably say a good amount of us can agree to that. Just know that if your family's not beach perfect, you know, that's normal. It's normal and it's okay. Your feelings are valid, and every family has something, right? Like, going to be perfect. And if you have stress surrounding, family gatherings, and you get frustrated with people, or, your expectations aren't met, just know you're not alone. I think it's very rare that people don't have that. Every family has something going on, and we all have our stories to tell. They might not look everybody's stories might not look the same. Struggles might not look the same, but we have that connection and similarity in the fact that we're all dealing with something within our families, So just know that you're not alone, and it's okay. And don't be ashamed of your family struggles, and I hope you don't feel alone in them. That's why I wanted to talk about it here, because I think it needs to be normalized, That's not to say that, somebody else looking at my family might say, oh my gosh, it's the most perfect family,